Okay, so this is the April 15th meeting of the Upton Community Preservation Committee. I'll open the meeting. First, we have some general business, approval of previous minutes and expenses.
All right. There we go. Can everyone see this?
Yep.
Okay, so these are the minutes from March 4th. What did we talk about? It's mainly just scheduling the public hearing for today.
Yeah.
With some minor other updates.
Yep, I had no issues with them.
I didn't either.
Yeah, I'm fine too. So, is there a motion to approve the minutes from last month?
Oh. I'll make a motion to approve the the March minutes.
I'll second.
Any discussion? Hearing none. Roll call vote, Mike, aye.
Aye.
Chris Scott said aye.
Rick, aye.
Kathy, aye. And Chris, the other Chris, you're muted. You're muted?
Brittany's here. Aye.
Hello, Brittany.
Well,
Should be
Here we
upper
go.
right.
Sorry about that, folks. Chris
Okay.
M. I.
Okay,
There you go.
so thank you. That's unanimous vote of the members present.
All right, and then can everyone see the voucher?
Yes.
All right, so we have one for cemetery repair cost for a fence, I believe. And then an invoice from TRC, that's for the Pratt and Mill Pond quality testing. Yeah, so this was for a fence, unsurprisingly, since it's from Mr. Fence. And then I think we'll discuss the Pratt Pond stuff later.
Okay, any questions about the voucher?
Nope.
Okay, motion to approve these expenses in the voucher?
I make
Oh.
motion to approve expenses.
Chris made the motion. Chris Scott,
I'll second the motion.
seconded by Rick. Okay, any discussion? Hearing none. Roll call vote. Mike, aye.
Chris, aye.
Chris Scott
Rick,
said
aye.
aye.
Kathy,
Chris
aye.
M. I.
Brittany, aye.
Brittany, aye.
Yeah.
Okay, that was unanimous. Thank you. Okay, next up, and it's 7:07, so we're doing fine, are 4 public hearings that were scheduled for the 4 CP Community Preservation Act related warrant articles in the Maytown meeting. Lauren, could you read the first one, the Robertson Trail Bridge, please?
Yeah, do you want me to read the public hearing notice?
Yes, please do. Thanks.
All right. Notice is hereby given in accordance with the Community Preservation Act that the Upton Community Preservation Committee will hold the following public hearing on Wednesday, April 15th to consider the following request for funding from the Community Preservation Act revenues. 7:05 to see if the CPC will vote to appropriate from the Community Preservation Act revenues the sum of $35,000 to the Land Stewardship Committee to construct a trail bridge for public use across Warren Brook on the Robertson Family Conservation Restriction Area trail easement, or take any action thereon or in relation thereto.
Okay, thank you. I can provide some updates on our discussion of this article. As we've mentioned before, we have this project was funded by CPA funds for $120,000. We spent about $15,000 on design of the bridge. It was put out to bid last year. The low bid received, there were 3 bids. The low one was $155,000. So we didn't have enough funds available to award the contract. Since then, we've had some discussions that resulted in this potential article, which would provide another $35,000 to fund the trail bridge. But we've also been having discussions with the Robertson family and the DCR, Department of Conservation and Recreation, about a new trail easement or a new trail alignment that would eliminate the need for the bridge entirely. The DCR holds a conservation restriction on the property, as does the town. So we need their approval as well as the town's approval, Conservation Commission's approval for this new trail, and of course the Robertson's family's approval as well. That's all provided for in the conservation restriction that was recorded a few years ago. So we've had a couple site walks on the property, and we feel there is a potential trail that would jog over to Fowler Street and from the existing trail that we have, trail easement, and would eliminate the need for the bridge. DCR had a conversation with the DCR yesterday. Mary Overholt and myself and DCR staffer were on the call, and it looks promising. We do think we probably can find a way to have a trail here. So one of the constraints is that there are some steep slopes, and we would need switchbacks to negotiate those steep slopes. It's possible the DCR will have some concerns about those slopes, but we have a site visit scheduled for
You said it was the 29th, April 29th?
April 29th,
Yeah.
for the DCR to look at the trail alignments. But anyway, given all that, I would propose that we the CPC vote to pass over this article for town meeting. If the potential new trail doesn't pan out, we can always come back and ask the town for more funds for the trail bridge. But I personally think that this is the best option, and I thank Kathy's family for allowing us to consider a trail rather than the bridge. So with that, any questions I can try to answer?
Yeah, no questions, just maybe a statement of saying that sounds directionally positive, right? In terms of, yeah, you're gonna hold it off. You can always bring it back in the fall if they come back and say not gonna be there. Because if it isn't, I mean, would we think that there'd be work that would start before the fall or with the potential fall meeting? Should they come back and say it's not feasible?
No, if the DCR said it wasn't feasible, we really wouldn't be able to do anything with the trail bridge until we had more funding from a town meeting or some other source.
Yeah, okay. So we wouldn't, sure, we wouldn't be able to do anything with this at that point anyway. So it's almost one of the, but I guess, how late do we have to say we're gonna pull it? Do we have until the meeting of the 29th to then say, thereafter that we wouldn't go forward with this?
Well, that could be one decision tonight. You folks could decide to recommend to pass over this article unless on the 29th the DCR turns out to be opposed to the trail option. That could be a potential motion here, so we could keep it open that way.
I have a question, a statement, and a clarification. The statement is the Capital Budget Committee is meeting tomorrow to decide what it's going to recommend, and they held off till after this meeting tonight. The statement was that, or maybe I have two statements, I don't know, was that what we're doing with the alternate route doesn't mean that the bridge will never get built. Because there already is an entryway. If you look at Warren Brook, I'm terrible with directions, but there's already a kiosk there, which dead ends. And it needs to cross, or else people are just gonna have to circle back, because there is no easement through the backfield. People go through the backfield anyway, but there's no easement there. So you sort of go up to the brook, you turn around and you come back. What this new trail would do is it would connect Warren Street, the kiosk on Warren Street, to Fowler Street. And the Warren Street, a lot of that's already been built. So this just extends what's there and connects it with Fowler Street. So we're not necessarily ruling out a bridge ever happening. It's just, let's hold off. This is bad fiscal times, and that sort of thing. And the other question, which is more for Mike, is, if from your conversations with DCR, if it seems that those slopes are gonna cause a problem, and I'll tell you, if you, me, and Tom Dodd can do those, I think anybody can do those. It was and we did them easy. I mean, and all of us are a little bit limited. But do you want me to talk to my neighbor Steve before and maybe invite him on the walk, or is that
I think that would be an excellent idea.
okay?
Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely. Yeah, I think that would be good.
Okay.
Because
what it is my parents' land goes to the little bridge. It's a little rivulet, and it goes to the bridge, and then I guess it goes up the slope. So he owns the flat area along the bridge, along the brook, and that would be an ideal place because it's flat. So.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to explain, but there's the Robertson from the butter, there's a steep slope that goes up to the Robertson property. And then there's a couple of steep slopes on the Robertson property that have to be negotiated for trail, but you'd have to see it to kind of understand it, but I think it would be
You have to go
great.
up and you have to go down.
Yeah, you have to go up and then down. And the down part by Fowler is probably it's pretty steep. But I think it's going to be feasible, but I can't say for sure what the DCR will end up recommending.
I would recommend that we vote to pass it over for this town meeting and bring it back in the fall town meeting if we want to, if this falls through.
Okay.
I don't think it's going to. I think this will work.
Is that a motion?
Yes, I'd like to make that motion.
Okay, so moved. Is there a second? Chris Scott seconded it. Any further discussion on this?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, hearing none, roll call vote. Mike, aye. Chris Scott said aye.
Rick, aye.
Kathy, I.
Chris M. I.
Brittany, aye.
Alrighty. Okay, thank you. So we'll let the FinCom and capital budget know that we're going to recommend passing over it. Okay, Lauren, it's 7:18, so we can move on to the next one, which is the admin budget.
All right. Do you want me to read the entire first part again too?
No, I think just
No.
Okay.
add.
All right, at 7:10, to see if the CBC will vote to request the transfer of $25,000 from estimated annual CPA revenues for the administrative and operating costs of the Community Preservation Committee for fiscal year 2027.
Okay, thank you. Join discussion on this. All right, hearing none, I think, and by the way, we did vote on the previous one. I'm not entirely sure, should we vote after the public hearings are closed?
It-
Or can we vote now? Or does
Yeah,
anybody care?
I don't, I I don't think I don't think it matters too much because there's no one else on from outside that I can tell. But, I do think it's one of those, if this is truly in the public hearing piece, we probably just go through, do the discussions, and then
Mm.
we close out this article, and then we come back to it afterwards.
Yeah.
And
Right,
do
I
the
think
votes,
that's-
yeah.
I think that's what
that's
Paul
the-
used to do.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, well, why don't we do that? So any discussion on the admin budget? If not, it's 7:20, so we can move on to the annual transfers to reserve account. That's
Yep.
the next one.
7:15, to see if the CPC will vote to request the transfer of 10% of local and CPA trust fund revenues to the 3 reserve accounts, open space, historic preservation, and affordable housing reserve accounts as required by law.
Okay, any discussion about these? Okay, hearing none, let's go right on to the last one, which is the town hall renovation bond.
7:20, to see if the CPC will vote to request funding to make the 13th year principal and interest payments on the town hall bonds to be paid from CPA monies consistent with the town's vote to authorize the project.
Any discussion? Okay, hearing
Yeah,
none. Oh,
Actually,
yes, go ahead. Okay, I'm sorry.
There have been so many things to fix the town hall. This is the new one, correct? This is the versus paying off old bonds.
This is the old one.
This is the old bonds are still
Yeah.
paying off?
Yeah.
Okay.
should,
And they're,
Should we-
they're,
yeah, should there be a number in this? There's no, right, there's no,
I think the article has a number.
Yeah, I think the article does have a number. The town manager sent that around a day or two ago, so I can pull it up.
and, sorry, and what I mean by a number, meaning the price tag of the money's
Mhm.
being coming, just to make sure that we're all clear on when I say the number. So
Yeah.
This was the only one that I kind of went, okay, I know, and I know it's the 13th one. However, should there be the price tag called out in it? That's all.
While
We-
she's
we-
looking that up, Rick, is it 13 out of 20?
13 out of 20, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I can also get the numbers for
The
the
transfers.
10%, yeah, transfers.
Yeah, because we didn't have those when this.
Well,
this
the
was
numbers for
public.
the 10% transfers are in the link that you put online, Lauren, those are in there. Right? It talked about the local revenue being 793,163, right? And then CPA trust is 227,637, for a total of 1,020,800, right? And then, oh, my bad. What you mean is what pieces go into open space, historic, and affordable housing? Is that what you meant?
Yeah, I think,
It's like
This is just-
102,000 for each
This is
or
the total
something
of
like that.
120, yeah, 102.
yeah, I think if we have like the total amount, then saying 10% of that makes sense. I just want to make sure that the town accountant didn't change anything. Okay, yeah, so it looks like there's gonna be $102,080
Yeah.
to each of the accounts. And for the town hall renovation bonds, it'll be $266,841.
And is that out
Okay.
of historic preservation or is that out of undesignated?
It says just from the Community Preservation Fund.
Yeah, this is for
Not-
the yearly distribution.
So
I
Rick,
think
is
they
it from undesignated funds?
I think they take it out of both. both historical and undesignated, because there's not enough in historical to cover it.
So, so Kathy, if I understand where I think you may be going, if the full million, right, just use the round number, if the full million goes into the undesignated, then Kenny probably takes it out of the undesignated and then moves the 10% into the appropriate ones thereafter. Right, I'm not sure how Kenny does the allocation, whether or not he does 4 different ones or
I
one,
thought we
then
did the
with 3
allocations.
transfers.
Like,
What's that?
because I thought we did the allocations, like I know when we were talking about the cemeteries, we said what bucket it was coming from. If it was coming from historic preservation, the 10% for historic preservation, or the undesignated. And I think, and that's why with this one, I wasn't sure. I mean, wouldn't that decision come from us? What bucket we were taking it from?
That's a good question. I think what may be the ruling thing is the original town meeting vote. Back 13 years ago when, and I have to dig that up, but I believe it was the project was funded from the historical bucket and from undesignated. But
So a combination that we don't
Yeah.
know the percentage.
right,
I mean, my preference is to take it from undesignated because I think Historic Commission has been doing kick-ass stuff with its funding. I mean, the Grange and the cemeteries and everything, and I know that their bucket's getting pretty low.
Hmm.
But I don't know if that choice is ours to make.
Can I ask a
we-
real, which one are we talking about at the moment? Are we
the
still?
town hall, the town hall
Okay, the
renovation.
town hall piece, because we had gone back to the other one and I thought we were still talking about the other one. So I apologize if I didn't switch when you guys switched. So,
Actually, we are talking about the old one, right? Because that's the one, the warrant item. Is the one
Right.
that's the
Yeah,
13th payment
but
of.
no, what I meant by that was when we went backwards to talk about the 10% and how they were coming through, right? Those, my bad, when you started talking about the accounts that those were coming from, right? I thought we were still on that one, but you've moved back to the town hall and which one that one's coming out of. Right?
Okay.
Is that,
Yes, I
It's been
think
a
so.
long week so far, Rick.
And-
I don't know.
Through the chair, if I could add that I'm reading the draft warrant article that our town manager sent for the town hall renovation bonds, like the 13th year. It says to be paid from CPA monies consistent with the town's vote to authorize the project. So I'm assuming whatever the motion was 13 years ago, that's what it's coming out of. So
okay,
that would be,
Because there is nothing for the new ones yet. For the bonds
Correct.
haven't been issued for the new one. Yeah,
that's correct.
right.
Yeah. Yes, and I do believe that that's coming out of an undesignated account.
Okay, that's what I thought. Yeah.
Okay. So apologize for mixing my fruits.
And I apologize for being a space cadet. I can't help myself sometimes.
No, just when we bounce back,
Yeah.
I just didn't move quick enough with you. Apparently, I'm not going to make that hill either. That's low.
I'll dig up the 2013 vote and see if it did say anything about source. And send it around after this meeting. But I was looking at the motion. I just was looking at the motion, which I had, but it didn't say. But the vote may have said something, but I don't have that handy right now.
I can pull it
13.
up. I know where it is on the town's website. I just needed to load.
Okay, let me take a minute. So the actual article is on page 33. I'm not sure on what page the vote is. That I don't have. I don't think I have it. Let me look a little more, but I don't think I have that. Oh, wait a minute, town hall. Mm.
Okay, I found the original town hall renovation article from 2013.
That's on page 33, right? What you're looking at?
For me, it's on page 3 of 24 from the proceedings.
Oh, okay. Okay. So you've
It
got
says Article
what?
9.
That's Article 9. That's right.
Okay, so it was moved. The town appropriated the sum of $6 million, however many dollars, including monies from the Community Preservation Fund, blah, blah, blah. And then it says, okay, wow. For a period of 20 years and upon such terms and conditions as the Board of Selectmen shall determine to be appropriate and as funding, therefore to transfer from the Community Preservation undesignated account to the sum of $2 million and to authorize the treasurer with the approval of the Board of Selectmen to borrow 4 million something or any other enabling authority and issue bonds and notes therefore. Does that seem right? I don't know if that was exactly what we were looking for.
Yeah.
I think that's it.
Okay.
So it didn't mention the historical
Yeah, it just says
designated.
undesignated.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. So that answers the question.
Yeah.
We're-
And then I just threw the 266, 478. That's been the number for the last couple of years. I just went back and looked that up too. So, and that's really the number that I was looking for of, should we have that 266, 478 number in the article? Just in case.
I think that'll
But-
probably be on the motion card when
I
we
would-
get to it. The number will be, I think.
Yeah, I would hope so. I just, because I was assuming some of these they look like the motion cards that's in the web link that Lauren had provided to us in the mail.
Okay.
Okay, but I'm good with it.
Okay. So, hearing no other comments, I think I'll just ask for a motion to close all 4 public hearings that we've just had.
I'll make a
So-
motion that we close all 4 of the public hearings. First one on the Robertson Trail Bridge funding, second on administrative budget, third on annual transfers to reserve accounts, and fourth on town hall renovation bonds.
And I'll second that.
Okay, hearing no further discussion, roll call vote, Mike, aye. Chris votes aye. Chris Scott,
Rick, I.
Kathy, I.
Chris, I.
Brittany, I.
okay, thank you. Okay, then, next, I think if we could, perhaps have a vote on these articles. I think we've already voted on Robertson, maybe it was a little out of order, but we're okay there, I think. Why don't we, have a motion to vote on the other 3 articles, the admin budget, the transfers, and the town hall renovation bond? Would someone like to make a motion whether or not to approve those articles for town meeting?
I'll make a motion that we approve the $25,000 for the admin budget.
Okay, second,
I said,
Chris Scott, second. Okay, any discussion? Hearing none, roll call vote, Mike, aye. Chris Scott said aye.
Rick, I.
Kathy, I.
Chris, I.
Brittany, I.
Right, thank you. So the next one is the annual transfers to reserve accounts. Is there a motion to approve that one?
I'll make a motion to approve the annual transfers to the reserve accounts as posted in the article.
Second.
I.
Been seconded by Chris M. Any discussion? Hearing none, Mike, aye.
I.
Scott, aye.
Rick, I.
Kathy, I.
Chris, I.
Brittany, I.
Thank you. And then the last one is the town hall renovation bond.
Yep, so I'll make a motion that we oh, sorry, yeah. Make the motion that we that we approve the town hall renovation bond costs for the 13th year.
I second that.
Chris Scott seconded it. Okay, any discussion? Hearing none, roll call vote, Mike, aye.
Aye.
Chris Scott, aye.
Rick, I.
Kathy, I.
Chris, I.
Brittany, I.
All right, thank you. Got through that. Okay, next on the agenda, funded project updates. Pratt Mill Pond Management Plan. We been working on that. We've got comments on that. We've provided some input to the report. We're gonna have a meeting. We're gonna have a meeting on the 24th with the contractor TRC to go over comments on the plan. So I would guess sometime now, probably early summer, we should have something to share with the town. Robertson Trail Bridge, we've discussed that. Town hall rehab, this is the second rehab. Lauren, I'm not sure if you can add anything, but I looked on the town hall website this afternoon, and there hasn't been a request for bids or posted that I could see. So I don't think this has gone out to bid yet, this work. I don't know if you have any updates. We got kind of a strange email from somebody earlier today who was looking for the bid documents, some potential contractor, I think, and that sent me to the town hall business page, but I didn't see it. So I don't think that's been put out to bid yet. And on the Howarth Glen Boardwalk repairs, no update there. I think that work will probably take place sometime this summer, I would guess.
Mike, I have a
Um,
question about the
sure.
town hall rehab. Are we, I believe with the schools, we're almost escrowing, we're paying them in advance. We're escrowing them, I believe, to cover the debt service. Are we doing the same thing with the town hall? Are we waiting for the bonds to be issued?
Well, I asked Dennis, who was the interim town manager, I say a couple times, whether or not we needed an article for the second town hall renovation at this town meeting. And no article was forthcoming. So I did ask the question, but
Okay.
so potential, maybe it'll be a fall special town meeting article potentially, but we should remember to ask again, for the next town meeting. I don't know the status of how close they are to going out to bid for this work. They probably have spent some money already on design, though, I would guess, but I don't know for sure. And Lauren, do you know if there's design work going on, or is
I
that
haven't
not?
heard any update recently.
Okay. So it's possible maybe they have even the design contract hasn't been, because I'm assuming this, unless they do design build, they're probably going to do a contract for the design and a contract for the actual construction, but or design build. Does anyone have any other updates on projects? I think those are really the only active ones. Well, actually, the cemetery project seems to be moving ahead. That's not listed here, but we've been paying vouchers for that work. And did folks see the sign that was sent around? Picture of the sign at the
Yes.
first cemetery.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty impressive.
I think it said song, and I'm like, say what?
Sorry. But I haven't gone out there to look at the other work they've done there, like the tree work or the fencing, but So that's still underway. I think that's the only other active one that I know of right now.
Excuse me.
So next on the agenda is procedure for approving vouchers. I just wanted to throw this out. I mean, I think right now the agreed upon procedure is that if it's less than $1,000, the chair can sign the voucher. If it's more than that, we have to wait to the next meeting. But we have done something at least once, and we used to do this in the past, is have staff, in this case Lauren, poll the members to see if they have any problems with a voucher or with an invoice being paid. And then if everyone gets back to Lauren and say it's okay, then she'll let me know as chair that it's okay to sign the voucher. That's the way the committee used to do it, and I think hopefully it kind of sidesteps open meeting law a little bit, because the conversation that's happening is between Lauren and individual members, not all the members as a group. And I just wondered how people feel about that. You know, whether that should become our new SOP for invoices or not. The advantage would be, you know, we can pay our vendors sooner, than waiting for our monthly meeting. Disadvantage might be, you know, I don't know, maybe I'm not entirely sure it's kosher with open meeting law. You know.
Yeah, the disadvantage is that we're giving government a bad name, right? We're paying bills too quickly. I'm just kidding. Yeah, no, ultimately I'm fine with that. I think the only thing that I would think of is, should we see each other's replies? Meaning, does that go through a BCC so you get individual feedback and that's collected and polled, but I can't tell what Mike, Kathy, Chris, Brittany, or Chris vote, right? Therefore, it's independent and then tallied at the end.
I think that would be the cleanest way to do it in terms of open meeting law, would be to just, you know, Lauren could, when she sends out a request, Lauren could just say, please just don't reply to all. So there's no discussion. There's no hint of a discussion going on.
Yeah,
Mm.
and I guess that's why I mentioned, if you put it to us on BCC, then we can't reply to all. I mean, we can reply, but it's always one direction,
Mhm.
right? But
Yeah, makes sense.
puts the pressure on Lauren's shoulders.
Okay, well, would someone like to make a motion that we adopt that procedure for invoices greater than $1,000? You know, I'll still assuming that if it's less than 1,000, I can just sign it and let you guys know
Yeah.
the next meeting.
Maybe the only other question I can think of is, I mean, if it's within 2 weeks of the meeting, do we need to do, like, is there, like, if we just missed the meeting or it's a week after and we know we're not meeting for another 3-4 weeks, is it, you know, then is kind of a roll call vote per se warranted? But if we're a week prior, then do we just hold it? Like, do we want to have a little perimeter that way as well, and just saying, does it make sense to throw it out when we can just get that one done in a meeting?
Mhm.
You know, 6 to
That's
1,
good.
half dozen another. I mean, if we wanted to go the route of the BCC and everyone voting, and that's always the way we go for vouchers over 1,000, then it's always clean and repeatable from a process standpoint as well. So I don't know, 6 to 1, half dozen another. I'm just throwing a couple different
Yeah,
ideas out
yeah,
there just
yeah.
based on other, volunteer things that I support.
I think it
Um,
makes sense to just do it one way or the other. I mean, to start looking at how far away you are from a meeting, I don't know, I would just sort of, I think it's a nice way of doing it, because then we don't have to, if someone has questions, we can hold it off till the meeting.
Sure.
mhm.
So, yeah, okay. So if someone does have questions on it, then automatically it's held.
That's what
And
I
that could
would
be,
think.
that
but
could be
that's
part
just me.
of Lauren's request would be, please let me know if it's okay, to sign this. If you have any concerns, we will hold it until the meeting.
Okay. All right, so if I take a stab at, if we're not hearing anything else, if I take a stab at a motion to this, so make a motion that we do an individual roll call vote for budget of invoices over $1,000 to be sent out electronically and tallied by Lauren. And with the caveat, any questions on any of the invoices, then the then the invoice is held until the next scheduled meeting.
I second. Chris
Second.
Scott seconded it. Okay, any discussion? Further discussion? All right, roll call vote, Mike, aye. Chris Scott said aye.
Rick, I.
Kathy,
Chris, I.
Brittany, I.
All right, thank you. Okay, we're getting close. Next is unanticipated topics. Anyone have anything? Okay, hearing none, then next is schedule the next meeting. I would suggest we skip a May meeting and the next meeting be the first Wednesday in June.
Okay.
That sound okay to people?
So June 3rd. Okay. I'm okay with that.
Okay, cool. All right, well, motion to adjourn.
I'll make the motion to adjourn.
I'll second.
Kathy made the motion and Rick seconded it. Okay, all in favor? Mike, aye.
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 Okay, everyone.